So you want to be a YouTuber, or maybe you started a YouTube channel and you're struggling. A piece of advice that I'm sure you probably already heard is if you're a new YouTuber, the first thing you need to do is just make content. But I see a lot of you out there struggling on figuring out exactly what kind of content to make. In this video, I want to talk about the 3 things I think that you should focus on first as a new YouTuber that will help get your creative juices flowing and will also help you in brainstorming new content ideas. These 3 things are who, what, and why. Who are you making content for? What's the focus of your content? And why are you making content for YouTube in the first place? Number 1 is who. Who are you making content for? Who's your audience? Can you describe your ideal viewer? What are they interested in? Where do they live? Are they male? Are they female? How old are they? What other YouTubers do they watch? If you can imagine your ideal viewer, it's going to be a lot easier for you to create content that they'll want to watch. Number 2 is what. What is your content focused on? If you don't have any idea, a good place to start is to think about what you love, what you're passionate about. Also, what are you good at? What do you know about? If there's a topic that intersects what you're passionate about and also what you're good at, then that's probably a good focus for your YouTube content. In my humble opinion, it's going to be a lot easier to grow a YouTube channel if you are focused in a narrow niche. To explain what I mean about a narrow niche, I'm going to use the example of cooking. So cooking to me is not a niche, it is a category, and it's a very broad category at that. Other broad categories are hair, beauty, lifestyle, vlogging. But if you're thinking about cooking as a category, then a narrow niche to cooking might be grilling. And an even narrower niche could be grilling on a Kamado Joe smoker. I use that example because I recently bought my husband a Kamado Joe smoker and I was struggling trying to figure out how to use it. So I turned to YouTube and what I found was a ton of videos explaining how to cook all kinds of different things on the Kamado Joe smoker. The reason to go narrow, at least at first, is because it's going to be a lot easier for you to stand out on the crowded YouTube space as a small YouTuber if you're in a narrower niche. I'm going to have trouble with that word. Now, after you've gained some traction and you've amassed a little bit of an audience, you can go a little bit broader. You can move from, for example, grilling on the Kamado Joe smoker to the more general topic of grilling, and then also from there, after a little while, you could move to the broader topic of cooking. I have a lot more to say on the subject of niches that I'll cover in future videos, but for now, let's go back to the who, what, and why. So the third thing is why. Why do you want to be on YouTube in the first place? Is it because you just want to express yourself creatively through video? Do you want to grow a business and sell a product or service? Or maybe you just want to be a YouTube content creator who earns money from any of the various streams of income that growing a YouTube audience can provide you. If you just want to be on YouTube to express yourself creatively, it really doesn't matter how fast you grow or how big of an audience you attract. You may only be interested in attracting a community of like-minded people to share your creativity with. If you want to grow business outside of YouTube, you also do not need hundreds and thousands of views and millions of subscribers. You only need to attract a specific target audience that you can sell your product or service to. If your reason for being on YouTube is to generate an income from AdSense, from sponsorships, and from affiliate relationships, you're going to need a larger audience, you're going to need more views, and that's going to take more time and a little bit more work. So you just want to be aware of that to make sure that you're up for the task before you get started on this journey. But please understand, you don't need to have all the perfect answers to the who, what, and why. You just need to have given it some thought so that you can make a plan for success. You want to have a roadmap for success. And in order to map something out, you have to have a starting point, and you also have to know where you're going. After you've given these 3 things some thought, the who, the what, and the why, it's going to be a lot easier for you to start coming up with ideas for your content. And a good goal is to have at least 50 to 100 video ideas. Please do not try to come up with your video ideas as you go for 2 reasons. 1, I think it will slow you down considerably. And 2, if you can't think of 50 video ideas, you might not be focused on the right topic. And you don't need to come up with all 100 ideas in one day. Just get your list started and add ideas to it as they come to you. That's what I've been doing. Are y'all interested in seeing my list of 100 video ideas for my channel? If so, please comment down below and let me know. A few days ago, I posted something on my YouTube community page about having posted my second crappy video and that I had 98 more to go. I got some really heartfelt comments about my videos not being crappy, and I thank y'all for that. It was a little bit of a joke, and it was referring to YouTube expert Roberto Blake's video titled, "Make 100 Crappy Videos Like PewDiePie and Mr. Beast." I'll link it down below so you can check it out. In that video, Roberto talks about a few huge YouTubers who made 100 videos, and most of them not being very good, before they started to amass an audience on YouTube. The takeaway for me from that is that your videos are not going to be great right off the bat. I know mine aren't. At least they're not as good as I'd like for them to be. But there's no way that I'm going to get better. And there's no way that you're going to get better until you film and edit and post a lot of videos. So after you've gotten your list of content ideas together, get busy filming, editing, and posting. And speaking of Roberto Blake, he is one of the YouTube experts that I have learned so much from. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking more about him and several other YouTube experts that you can watch and learn from if you're serious about growing your YouTube channel. And I'll see you then.